well, you have to go serve papers on this tenant. You don't have to serve him, you just got to tape him to his door, which I had never had done to an actual tenant. So I said, all right. And he's like, there's just one thing. He's like, the guy.
He's half lion. And he might bite you.
Half, I wish. I had to go to the Bronx Zoo. I didn't mind serving the lion, but that train ride I wasn't looking forward to. So he says, he's like, the last process server, they don't want to send someone else, the outside agency they used. He's like, because the guy swung an axe at the last process server. I'm like, and I laugh. I'm like, haha. And he's like, no, I'm serious.
Did he have a hammer duct taped to his hand?
No, that's when I served the monkey at the zoo.
You laughed and they said, no, seriously, take this suit of armor when you go out there to surf him.
So I went there and I waited. I kept buzz. They said buzz the superintendent and he'll let you in and blah blah blah. And so I'm buzzing the guy over and over, and he's not coming out. He's not coming out. And then finally, somebody else walked out, so I just walked in and I taped it up to the door and I ran.
Aren't you supposed to serve them, like, hand it to them, though?
It was okay if it was just taped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never understood that whole thing. I thought the whole point of being served
think it depends on the...
Because you could... Apparently, our buddy Frankie Bones, who's called into the show quite a few times, he used to serve people at one point in his life, and his whole thing was, like, if dudes, like, hold their arms out and, like, don't take the paper, like, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, they could keep walking and say that they weren't served with the papers.
Huh.
Yeah, because, like, you ever see, like, an old sitcoms, like, they'll try to trick them by saying, can you sign this? You know, like on I Love Lucy, the guy asked Ricky for an autograph, and then he's, like, he opens it up and it's a summons or something. Like,
that being the case, like, you have to sign it or you have to receive it. I don't understand how you shot it from a catapult from across the street.
I wish I had a catapult.
And somehow, but that was for personal
All
reasons.
I could think of while I'm taping it to the door is I was going to feel the tap on the back shoulder.
The cold tap of steel piercing your body over and over again.
I was supposed to serve Annabella Sciorra, too, or at least her apartment. But in the end, I just had to bring it to her lawyer.
Dude, you're a married man. You're not supposed to be talking about this on the air.
That was it. There was nothing else to the story. She got kicked out of her apartment.
Which one's Annabella Sciorra?
I
just assumed she. I assumed she was a girl, so I went. I said hot. I had no idea who she is.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I'm trying to think of movies she was in.
Oh,
Jungle Fever.
She was the mother in.
Did you ever see Jungle Fever?
No, come on.
She was in The Sopranos. I know you watched that.
Yeah, I don't do that either. The only one I know from that is James Gandolfini. Well, you don't like that Fred just enjoying the show on its own.
I don't know.
She went to the same high school I did too. Just 40 years earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of hers, and I hope that she gets there. What did you have to serve her for, or was that
she
illegal?
vacated her apartment in wherever in the Upper East Side, and they didn't want her in there anymore because they didn't want empty apartments for whatever reason. I don't know, it's some kind of safety reasons. I never understood it myself, but so
she's a deadbeat renter. Annabella Sciorra, a deadbeat renter.
Yeah, she probably wasn't making any money.
What a creep.
Some model too, Beverly something. I don't remember her name.
Let's call her Jackson.
She was a black girl. I don't remember what her last name was though, but she
that
was
is
a model,
a model
at
name.
the time. And
so you did some high profile people then.
No, just two. The rest of the time I just brought it to the same lawyers' offices over and over and over.
And you got to serve lawyers? Oh, you served like their clients?
The majority of the time I handed it to the person that stamped the thing that took the things all day, you know, like, and I had to bring it to the courts.
How does that?
Was a much.
I served Robert De Niro once some bread and some wine.
Did you? Where'd you work?
No, I'm kidding.
Did he go like this and say no, I don't want that?
Yeah,
even though that's Al Pacino.
Was it? Was that really Al Pacino?
More than Robert De Niro.
Oh wait, you want to hear my Al Pacino?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Al Pacino. Here's my Robert De Niro. Hey, I'm Robert De Niro.
How do you get paid for that, Chris? Is it like per you get your own salary, or is it like per item that you serve? Like, you know what I mean?
I just got paid an hourly thing and whatever they had me do during the day.
I just feel like you had to come into when you come in to get your paycheck, they would hand it to you and say, "You got paid." It's like you got served. Awesome.
I used to actually say to the lawyers, "Served, paid." For those that couldn't see, I was pointing to the lawyer and then myself.
It's like Friends. Good stuff. Awesome. Well, Vanessa, I hope that that Jesus or whatever God anyone wants to believe is getting served by this does get away with the whole mess. I feel really bad. I feel like he's been unjustly accused, and justice will be served. Vanessa,
I'm not going to be here next week, so you guys might want to be well rested.
oh, geez, well rested. Maybe do a little preparation before the show. Crap.
Well,
I hate those shows.
I mean, I don't want to hassle you or anything. You know, I don't want to like.
Don't hassle me. I'm local. Vanessa, if people want to check out your blog, how do they do it?
VanessaCheatwood.blogspot.com.
I want her response.
Comments. I like comments.
I want her response to be on the internet. Just go check it out on the internet. Awesome, Vanessa. As always, a fantastic report, buddy. We look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for what will be a very, very special Best in Show.
Will it?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't even know if I'll wake up for it.
Well, you'll
All right,
be on
great.
it.
Thanks, buddy.
Where's Brian, by the way?
I have no idea. He actually told me last week he wasn't going to be here, and I don't remember why.
He didn't quit the team, did he?
No, certainly not. That would make me entirely too happy if he did that.
Why I'm not cutting it,
Hey.
Vanessa? Is
I won't
Chaz not
stand for
cutting it?
any Brian bashing.
No, I mean, come on. I just, I just want to get away with it. Awesome.
Maybe he ate too much street vendor food yesterday.
The Vendy,
Was
the
that
Vendy Awards.
yesterday?
Wasn't it today, actually?
I didn't. I saw the thing on the message board. Not
Maybe he's eating street vendor food right now.
I think that's where he is.
I'd love to be.
He's at the Vendy's, and he didn't even bring a microphone.
I'm sure he did. He brought his iPod though. I'm sure he's listening to
Because I'm
music.
sure we want to hear vendors interviewed. Well, that's probably...
I got to be honest. For those of you who don't know about it, what?
Bye,
Gotta be
Vanessa.
honest.
Oh,
I think you
ding!
said
Wow.
I thought you said see ya, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, and goodbye.
No, wow. Did she really? No, she didn't hang up yet. What are you
just
doing?
No, she did.
Did she? It says it's
Oh,
still
that was a
connected.
click, if I ever heard one.
That was like an angry click. Too.
Vanessa?
She's pissed that Brian's
Hung
not
up.
here. My fat
Crap.
ass is here.
Oh my God! According to the zombie in the chat room, she died. I had no idea that he was anywhere near her to know that. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out over at bestinshowradio.com, you go over to our forum on the message board. There's a whole thing about the Vendy Awards. What's the gimmick behind the Vendy Awards? This is like the best street vendors in the city.
Yeah, it
for
goes
food?
to some street vendors organization that fights for the rights of street vendors.
to vend
Yes.
on streets.
Hot dog. The hot dog guy may win.
Yeah, that's the thing that bummed me out about it is they had
It's all...
Brian put like the 5 or 6 finalists on there. They're all basically the same guy that served the same food, except there's one taco guy and then there's one like soul food chick, and everybody else sells shawarma and rice. Which, like, I got a guy in front of my building that does that, and it's terrific. Don't get me wrong, but like, what makes any one of the shawarma and rice guys better than another shawarma and rice guys?
That's what the Vendies are for, so you'll know.
Oh, right. I didn't even realize that. Maybe I should take notes on it.
Yeah, I don't like street food.
Yeah, you never know what you're getting. It's very iffy. I'm
Rough.
iffy on this.
I don't trust eating anywhere anyway. But
You see, I
Rafiki's.
just like it too because like those guys don't clean like the grill and that
Gives
like
flavor.
Absolutely, That's what I'm
But they don't
saying.
clean themselves either. That's the
Yeah,
other
that's
problem.
true.
The only problem that I always had with that is supposedly that these guys that have these hot dog trays or the hot dog carts all day. Like, where do they go to the bathroom? They generally sit there the entire day. And then I realized that there's another guy on the other side of the street that watches when they go to the bathroom. But for the years, I was convinced that they were peeing in their own water.
Because no one would see them
Flavor.
doing that.
Flavorful.
I mean, I'm sure they could rig up some sort of thing to. I don't know. They could rig some sort of thing.
If they could rig something like that, they
They could
wouldn't be
probably-
selling hot dogs on the street.
See, I was going to say, if they could rig something like they could probably just call their friend and say, hey, could you sit here for 30 seconds while I go to the bathroom?
Hey, is Butchie still around? Is Butchie
I
still
have no idea. Butchie's is a guy on Staten Island, right in front of the Baronhurst cemeteries. We'll do a commercial for him. Fantastic hot dogs cooked in a paprika and something based liquid that just makes it.
Paprika, really? It tastes good?
It's some of the most outstanding flavored dogs.
Is it really paprika?
I don't know. I'm not Butchie. I just eat his food.
Because you know what paprika is, right? It
It's-
doesn't seem like... I mean, it's a spice, but
It
it,
is
just doesn't seem
paprika,
like
isn't
the kind
it?
of thing
I really don't know. I haven't tasted anything in about 10 years.
His dog. I love his food. I haven't tasted anything in 10 years.
Taking your word for it.
It's his dogs themselves are seasoned, which I think most people they just cook the dogs and they put the stuff on top of the dogs and that's where the flavor is. His dogs are like boiled in some sort of something, And it's
I think he has
fantastic.
vinegar in it too.
Filth.
I think you told me you spoke to him and he puts some vinegar in the water.
I might have had that conversation. I honestly don't remember. It's really great stuff. Like he has really deliciously flavored dogs. So if you ever get a chance and you're going by, if you happen to be swinging